Good morning, frontliners, and welcome to our 43 MPS training webinar this morning, which is launching a new associate. And folks, there's a few of you on the webinar this morning who have built substantial teams. So a lot of what I'm saying is going to resonate with you. There's also a lot of you online on this webinar this morning that have not built large teams who, you know, some of you have been in network marketing for a while but haven't actually been able to experience the thrill of what it's like to build a substantial team. And there's a few factors for that. One of the factors is exactly what we're going to cover this morning, and that is creating an environment where duplication and momentum can happen naturally. And that's all about having independent business owners in your team. Now, when someone is independent, that means they're building the business with or without you. So they're not any longer clinging on to you. They're not any longer on the phone to you every day, trying to work things out, demanding that you come over and, you know, run a private business reception at their house, or that you meet all of the projects. They're no longer doing that. They're just off building it by themselves. And that is really the holy grail of network marketing, because in essence, what separates our business model from every other single business model in the world is the fact that you can earn a leveraged income off the efforts of other people. That's what makes this business so special. So that being the case, it's absolutely critical that as a new independent business owner in Fortress Frontline, that you very quickly get your head around how to get duplication going in your team, how to experience that straight away, because network marketing is much easier when it's built quickly than slowly. Why do I say that? Well, when you're building a network marketing business quickly and you've got duplication and you've got multiple leaders that are independent of you all following the system and they've got duplication, what happens is the business is building in what we call quantum leaps. So it's not just going from 1 to 2, 2 to 4, 4 to 8. It could go, for instance, from 1 to 2, 2 to 10, 10 to 25. This is momentum. When you start seeing your back office going off every day and you're receiving messages on your phone, you know, new IBO in your team, new IBO in your team, and you're clicking your phone into your back office, you have a look, and you don't know who this person that's joined your team is, and you don't know who their sponsor is. This is when you're getting to the point where your business is acting the way it should be. It's growing through geometric progression. It's expanding, and it's in what we call momentum. And that is really what we want to get to. And we want to get to that point quite quickly. Now, when I say this, frontliners, you don't have to build your business quickly. And I do believe very strongly that if you put too much pressure on yourself to build it quickly, you can get to a point where you become mentally agitated, and that doesn't help at all. You need to be in a natural state. You need to be yourself. You need to be in an authentic posture, strong, confident, but very authentic, okay? Because this is what attracts people to you. There's enough of the other stuff going on out there, so we really do want to work on building this business in an authentic manner. Now, today I'm going to concentrate on this topic of launching a new associate and how absolutely critical this launch phase is. Because you can be a type of person that recruits a lot of people into your team, but if you're not launching those new IBOs correctly and then walking with them hand in hand for the first 30 to 60 days, then you're probably not going to experience duplication. You're probably not going to experience momentum unless you get lucky. And we really don't want to leave it to chance. What we want to do is we want to be entrepreneurs. We want to be real business people, and we want to actually lead by example and do what we say. And a big part of that is the buddy system and walking people through their first 30 to 60 days in the business so they know what to do. That's what creates duplication, and we're going to jump straight into how exactly that happens. Now, in our 43 MPS modules, we've got 18 modules. You can see them on your screen there. These 18 modules have been designed to encompass our Frontline University, and these are the 18 topics that will be trained on webinars, at weekly meetings, at regional meetings, as well as national and international events when that time comes. So these are the 18 modules that each independent business owner needs to learn so they can build their business confidently as true professional entrepreneurs. Today's 43 MPS webinar topic is highlighted there in point number 3, launching. So folks, there is 5 steps to the launch process. And if you've got a pen and paper handy now, it would be a good time to make some notes because it's very important that you get your head around this. So the very first thing when we sign up a new independent business owner into our Fortress Frontline business, they come into the business, so they may pay their ultra fee. Okay, they receive their ultra pack. They're ready to go. Now, what we need to do is within the first 48 hours of them signing up, so the first couple of days, we need to sit down with them and launch them. Okay, and the launch process needs to be exactly replicatable over and over and over again. That's why when your new independent business owner launches their first independent business owner, you will be there doing that launch, showing them how it's done. So you've launched them, then you'll be there with them launching their first IBO, and now they can launch from there by themselves. So they've seen it when you brought them into the business, and then they see it again when their first IBO is brought into the business. This is the buddy system. This is how duplication happens. Step 1, what do we do when we're sitting at the table with them and we're just about to launch them into the business? We play the launch preparation video with them. What that launch preparation video will do is tell them what's about to happen during the launch. So they're going to now be open to the process of the launch. Why are they going to be open to it? Well, because they know what to expect. They now know what's going to happen. So the step 2, 3, 4, and 5 will be outlined in the video. So then when it comes time to actually doing step 2, they're ready for it. They know what's going to happen. So playing that launch preparation video with your new independent business owner and you sitting side by side, okay, in front of the laptop, is the very first step of the process. From there, you'll download the List Creator app, okay, onto their phone, and you'll start going through the process of creating their list. Now, the way that we create our list here in Fortress Frontline, it's a professional business process. Every single new independent business owner must learn this professional business process, okay, of creating a contact list. Now, it's not just about putting some names on a piece of paper. It's far more developed than that. It's far more sophisticated than that here at Fortress. So we've got an app that we'll run through today how it makes it sophisticated and how it turns that step into a professional business process. So once they've downloaded the app and they've created their list, the first 30 people that we're going to approach, the top 30 people that we're going to approach, okay, and the app ranks those 30 people. We'll run through that in a tick. Then we're ready to go to step 3, which is deploying our 72-hour game plan. Now, the 72-hour game plan's sole goal is to get their warm market in front of you in their home for a private business reception, a home meeting. Okay, and we're going to run 2 to 3 of those. And the reason we're going to run 2 to 3 of those through the 72-hour game plan is so we can get 3 ultra independent business owners to sign up within their network beneath them within the first 60 days, which will get that new IBO to fast start. Okay, that's step 4, setting up the 60-day fast start. And it's so absolutely critical that you have a very, very high ratio of your new independent business owners reach fast start. Okay, it's critical because by doing that, not only do you put money in their pocket straight away, and we all know that the fast start bonus is $550, but you also have your quality enroller bonuses that kick in for each one of those three people. You know, you have your matrix income, you have all of that. So it's over $600 that they're going to be getting, you know, within their first 30 to 60 days. That's very important because that creates a story, and this is all about stories. Okay, when Trace and I joined our second business in network marketing, we skyrocketed to the #1 global international recruiting spot. The reason why we did that, okay, between you and me on this webinar is we fast started just about every single IBO we brought into the business. And then we helped them fast start the three people that they brought in. And what happens is that created an absolutely wild story that these guys down in Sydney, Australia, down the bottom end of the world, were just fast starting everyone. And the story spread like wildfire around the world. Next thing you know, over here in Sydney, the owner of that company, along with a couple of multi-million-dollar earners, the top earners in the company, came to visit us at our hotel room, and the rest is history. They flew us to the United States, and you know, it's much easier to build your business if you're attracting people to you. And what does that is the stories, the excitement of what you're doing. Okay, and getting your new IBOs to fast start is critical to create those stories. Now, the last most important part of getting a lot of your IBOs to the fast start is the fact that it turns 1 into 4. Every time you sign up an IBO, if you fast start that IBO, it turns from 1 to 4. Now, remember, about 5 minutes ago, I was talking about quantum leaps. Instead of 1 going to 2, well, this is how it's done specifically. Every time you fast start an independent business owner, you take your team from an extra 1 to an extra 4. And if you've got multiple independent business owners fast starting within that month, and you've got then multiple leaders within your team that have got multiple fast starts happening in that month, okay, now you're starting to understand the picture of what geometric progression is. And you as a leader, this is your role as a leader, to lead your team to maximize the compensation plan the way it's been designed to, okay? And the way you do that is by learning the modules. And this module's a big one. Now, step 5, the last step in what we're going to go through today, is teaching the buddy system, then repeating this entire launch process 3 times in the next 60 days. So that means when you launch your new IBO, okay, and you go through these steps, when you get to point 5, it means teach them the buddy system and repeat the whole thing three more times with the 3 people that they signed up. Okay, so we're going to do it all again. So you can see that from 1, you get 4. So you'll be doing a whole lot of PBRs and appointments and being on the phone and running home meetings. But then you're going to be doing the same thing for those people that sign up. So you're going to be busy, but this is how you duplicate. This is how you create leaders that are independent leaders. Okay, this is how you get away from running a kindergarten where your team are just, little babies that you're giving the bottle to. They start to cry, you've got to pick them up and pat their bottoms and stuff like that, put them down to sleep, and then be there for 10, 15 minutes, rock them to sleep. Okay, this is not how a successful independent business owner should be treated or should treat you. Okay, so take some notes here and let's get this thing done. Okay, let's go into the specifics of step 1, playing the launch prep video with your new associate seated right next to you. The purpose of the launch preparation video, guys, is to prepare the new associate on what's going to take place over the next couple of hours during the launch. It's also a cue and a reminder for you to ensure the integrity of the duplication process throughout your team. Okay, the more associates that you launch following this exact system, the more your team will duplicate. It's critical to your success that you learn how to launch professionally and pass this skill on to each and every one of your associates, and then being conducive to allow that process of creativity and duplication to be passed on to their new IBOs and to their new IBOs and to their new IBOs. Okay. Step 2, downloading the List Creator app onto your new associate's phone and creating the list with your independent business owner together. Now, this is a professional entrepreneurial business process that everyone must learn. Okay, as I was mentioning before, it's not just a thing where, look, you need to create a list, write down 100 names. No, this is far more sophisticated than that. So what we do is we download the app onto their smartphone. Now, the first thing we do with the app is we read the instructions with the new independent business owner there. It's only going to take you literally 1 minute. So when the app opens, click on instructions, read the instructions with your new independent business owner. And what those instructions are going to say is the first thing you need to do is add to the list via the memory jogger. So you go into the memory jogger on the app, and the app's going to start asking a whole lot of questions like, who's your mum? Who's your neighbor? Who's your dad's best buddy that he drinks beers with? Who's the guy that you service your car with? Who's this? Who's that? It's going to ask a whole lot of names, and they just punch in the names. It's very important to tell them that just because names are being put into the app at the memory jogger stage, it doesn't mean they're going to be called. Okay, only a proportion of these people are going to be called. Not everyone's going to be called. So we want them to be completely and utterly non-judgmental. Just put the names in. Not everyone's going to be called today. So from there, you then import your Facebook and phone contacts. Okay, and then once that's done, you go to the add free form list, which means out of everyone that's come up on the memory jogger, out of all of the Facebook and phone contacts in the phone, if there's still someone that we now freestyle think of, oh yes, this person here, we can then add them. Okay, there's no need to put any contact phone numbers in at this stage. It's just names. Okay, once that's all done, we then click rank our list. And what's going to happen is the app is then going to ask some questions for every person. Okay, this doesn't take as long as what it may seem. You just need to move through it fairly quickly. It's going to ask questions about money, about success, about business, about being open-minded, about being positive, about that person being local to you, and is that person the type of person that can teach things to other people, or do they kind of get frustrated easy? It's going to ask you some questions about them. Now, what these questions are asking is it's ranking the list to give you the top 30 people, not the top 30 people that you as the sponsor or your new independent business owner think should be the top 30 people that should be contacted. No, these are the top 30 people that should be contacted from a point of view of network marketing. How conducive, how open are they going to be? Are they statistically going to be the best candidate to sit and show the business to? Okay, that's what these questions have been designed to bring us to. So the last point of the app is once we've done all that, the app will then tell us these are the top 30 people that need to be contacted now. Now, it will then ask us to enter those top 30 contact details into the phone. And once we've done that with our new independent business owner, we are now ready to do business. Once you've got that, we are now in the zone where we can move into them going for their fast start, okay, by launching the 72-hour game plan. Now, I just want you to think of something. Leaders that are on this call at the moment, Baz, Yossi, Marie, we've got some very accomplished network marketers on the call today. You guys imagine everyone that comes into your business goes through this very first step, this first process of downloading into the app. Okay, sure, it's a little bit of extra work rather than just signing them up and letting them loose, but anything that's worth doing is work. We all know that. Okay, but imagine everyone coming through your team that goes through this process. Can you see how you're taprooting into warm markets professionally with a system, okay, that's going to produce results? We want everybody in your team to come in with this process, and then everyone that they bring in to come into your team with this process. Okay, mathematically speaking, okay, if everybody comes into your team using this process, you are going to expand your team. I can guarantee you that your team is going to grow. If all else fails, as long as everyone comes into your team, downloading this app and going through this process, ranking to their top 30, if they can get to that, boy, oh boy, you have got leads coming out left, right, and center, and your team is growing. You're in business. You're a Fortress Frontline independent business owner growing your business quickly. And this is what it's been designed for. Let's look at step 3, which is the 72-hour game plan. The 72-hour game plan is a 3-step process. Okay, and what you're going to do is once you've downloaded the app and you've got their list ready, you're going to role play, okay, this invitation script about 10 times back and forward with your new independent business owner till they feel comfortable with it. Anybody can go through this script, and you know what? It doesn't need to be word for word. For those of you leaders out there that have not built using scripts before, you don't have to build using a script, okay? What's the most important thing is that it's authentic and that they're natural. Your new independent business owner feels comfortable, and that they're kind of building a script that they're going to say all the time, because that's what gives confidence and sticks it in your head. So the script can be just about anything, but here's a little bit of a guide, okay? Hi, Marie, it's Mike. You got a second? Listen, Marie, I've just found out how we can make money by helping other people build up a savings buffer in their accounts and get 1 month ahead. This is for real. We need to get together for about 30 minutes. Listen, Marie, can you be over at my house at 7 o'clock tomorrow? Okay, that's it. You just role play that back and forwards 10 times with them. They might be a little bit hesitant the first time, but by the 10th time, they're going to sound exactly how I just sounded, because it's not a lot of words to learn. Now, that script has been designed, okay, for the person that's on the other end of the phone to ask some questions. Okay, remember, we don't want to give them all the information. This is just about inviting them to the house to get in front of a leader so that leader can present the business. So you don't want to give them too much information, but you want to give them enough information so they've got an idea of what this is about. So they know it's about building a savings buffer, helping people get 1 month ahead. Whoa, what exactly does that mean? Sounds great, but what does it mean? All right, so from there, when they ask those questions below, you run through and show your new independent business owner how to respond with one of these 3 responses. Not all 3, just one of these 3, whichever one that they like, and they can reword it however they want. Now, when they ask a question, after you've given them that top bit, I'm just going to run through these 3, okay, just so you get a feel of what it sounds like. And remember, we just want to use one of these 3. So you go through the top bit and they ask a question. What you can say is, listen, Marie, trust me, just come. I don't want to confuse you, Marie, so let me introduce you to someone who's got 100% of the information. Can you be at my place tomorrow at 7? So I'm just looking to confirm the appointment. What I'm basically saying is, look, I'm still fairly new. I don't know all the information. I really don't want to confuse you. Just come tomorrow at 7 if you're free and, meet the people that I'm working with. So it's just getting that appointment. Now, if you don't like that one too much, here's another version of it. Okay, so you give them that top bit. They start asking a question. You can say, listen, okay, Marie, the person I'm working with is leading the expansion in Australia, and I want you to hear it from them. Listen, is it okay if I call you back in a second with the leader on the call? So you're asking permission, can you do a 3-way call right there and then? If they say yes, bang, you just hook up a 3-way call, and your leader will then seal that appointment and get them to your place for the PBR. Okay, remember the 72-hour game plan, its sole purpose is to get your new independent business owner 2 or 3 home meetings. That's its sole purpose. So this is all about inviting. Okay, let's move to the third option now. You give them that top part and they start asking questions. What you could say is, great, listen, Marie, when's as soon as you can be on the internet? I'm going to text you a link to a video and I'll call you back in around about 10 minutes. Is that okay? All right, so I then text her the fortresslaunch.com. That's our 4-minute video. She has a look at that, call back, and then try to see if you can get the appointment. Okay, this is a professional business process that we're doing here. This is a professional business process on how to set appointments. And we're teaching it really simply to our new independent business owners during the launch by role-playing this back and forwards with them about 10 times. It doesn't take long, and you know what? The confidence that this gives a new independent business owner is absolutely incredible, because it's only natural that people are going to be hesitant to jump on the phone to people that they know and let you kind of try to sell their warm market. It's totally natural that people are going to be hesitant to do that. And we don't want to come across like these used car salesman type people, snake oil salespeople that are going to go out there and just cause havoc with people's friends and family. Remember that at Fortress, we build this business, with respect, with dignity. So that's why we role play this. That's why we have the launch process, so we can equip your new independent business owners to become independent, professional, confident, and competent entrepreneurs. Okay. Once you've role played this process, about 10 times, and they're feeling comfortable, what you do is you just start jumping on the phone and making some calls and inviting some of their friends over. Okay. Now, remember, your goal is to get 2 or 3 home meetings booked. So once you've been through the process once and you've done a home meeting, what you do is you then go to step 2. Now, it gets a little bit complicated here because at step 2, you can see there it says repeat step 1. Okay, I know that may be getting complicated. This is how simple our system is. So step 2 is repeat step 1. You just go through everything again and you get to a second home meeting. All right, you then attend that home meeting, you do the home meeting and sign up another IBO or 2, and then you go to step 3, which is, here we go. This is where it gets really, really complicated. I might lose some of you here. Step 3 is repeat step 1 again. Wow. So you just go and do the whole thing again. All right. So you invite some more people, you run another PBR, and you have a good chance of signing another independent business owner. So what does a 72-hour game plan do? Well, it sets up for the 60-day fast start. The sole goal of the 72-hour game plan is to get your new independent business owner to get that fast start bonus and to get 3 brand new ultras in their network in the first 60 days. Okay, so in order to do that, each one of their new independent business owners have to sign up with the ultra package. That's where you come in and add that value and show your new associate how that's done. Okay, ensure that the list has been built and contacted as per the system, exactly how we've shown you on here this morning. Okay, that's the buddy system. Ensure that the 72-hour game plan has been deployed correctly, professionally, as per the system. You want at least 2 private business receptions where you're using the buddy system. So you're going to their house and running the private business reception. Now, another one of our modules at 43 MPS is exactly how to run the private business reception, exactly how to run the home meeting. There's a whole module just on that, okay? So we're going to teach that. Look, there's modules for every single process of how you can build this thing properly and build it fast and build it big, okay? So once you've ensured the list has been built correctly, you've ensured the 72-hour game plan has been deployed correctly, and you've been working with your new associate with laser focus and supporting them to that 60-day fast start as your absolute primary aim. Every time you sign up a new person each month, it is your primary aim to take them through this process to turn 1 into 4. And then once you've done that, the previous month, you signed up a person and you help them get to fast start. Well, you're going to oversee them and make sure that they get their 3 people to fast start, this current month while you're working on your 3 people. And then next month, you'll be working on your new prospect and getting them to fast start, and then overseeing the person that you got to fast start this month through their 3 people. So you're always working on your front line to get them to fast start, and then you're also working with your previous month's independent business owner that you personally sponsored in getting their 3 people to fast start, which then, as you're turning your 1 to 4, okay, in your month, you're personally sponsored, you're helping the previous month's 3, right, get their 3. So as you can see, this system has been developed to allow duplication to happen, to allow momentum to happen. All right, if you're following this system correctly, then you're going to be very, very busy, but you're going to be making a lot of money too. And that's what this is all about. Freedom money, helping people escape the paycheck to paycheck struggle, helping people break through the paycheck to paycheck struggle once and for all, helping existing network marketers come into an environment where they can win, come into an environment where people are going to embrace them, where people aren't going to demand that they transform into snake oil salespeople, okay? Where people will be embraced and where the human spirit is celebrated for what it is, each individual, but following a system that really does work, guys. Following a system that transforms the average day Australian person into a competent and confident entrepreneur through the network marketing distribution model. So what we need is 3 ultras in 60 days from sign up, or 4 ultras if your independent business owner did not purchase one for themselves. Okay, that's an important part. Step 5 is teaching the buddy system, then repeating the entire thing 3 times in the next 60 days for their 3 frontliners. Okay, so then you turn 1 into 4, and then you help them turn each one of theirs into 4. So your team just keeps duplicating. That's geometric progression. Frontliners, that is the absolute excitement of this business, the dream of it. Okay, so we launch every new personally sponsored associate using this launch system. Then we launch the 3 associates they sponsor to get them to fast start using this launch system via the buddy system. If you follow this 5-step launch system exactly as it's just been shown to you, you will trigger quality enroller bonuses, you will trigger fast start bonuses, you will trigger our matching bonus, as well as re-entry throughout your team as everybody's growing. You'll go through the ranks quickly. Okay, so you will turn 1 into 4, and so will your team. This is geometric progression and duplication, which turns into momentum. Okay, our comp plan revolves around the launch. The whole thing has been designed to revolve around this 5-step process. So if you've got your head around the compensation plan, and you've got your head around this launching a new associate module, then you've got a good grip on what it takes, on what you're going to have to do to build a big team quickly, start earning money quickly, help the people you bring in to earn money quickly, where you can become one of these leaders that you've all watched on YouTube at the front of the stage. That's you now. That's going to be you in the coming months, in the coming years. And you're going to go out there and help people in a way that has never been seen before in the network marketing industry, because it's all going to be about heart, heart, heart. But at the back of that heart is going to spread through a professional entrepreneurial system that every one of your team are going to follow. And we've just gone through that. So frontliners, friends, the question is, are you going to learn, then apply this skill of launching like a professional entrepreneur? The answer to that is up to you. So folks, I'd like to thank you for joining me on our Saturday morning training. Great to see an excellent turnout this morning. There's a lot of you on. For those leaders in Melbourne, please accept my apology that certain events that happened last week that were quite challenging and set us back for a little bit, meant that Trace and I could not make it down to Melbourne this weekend, but we will get down there very, very shortly in the coming weeks. Melbourne's a very, very big part of our business, and we've got some of our top leaders in Melbourne that we're in contact with all the time. I'm really looking forward to getting on down there and seeing you guys. Just remember that some people dream of success while others wake up and work hard at it every single day in, day out. And what you've seen today, this morning here, is an integral part of that. So frontliners, thanks for joining me this morning. I'll see you guys throughout the week. Thanks heaps, and see you again shortly. Bye-bye.